Have you ever wondered what happened after Cain was sent away? The Bible tells us it's not just a story of one man's sin, but the beginning of a whole new chapter for humanity, a chapter filled with innovation, ambition, and a growing darkness. After Cain left the presence of the Lord, he didn't just wander aimlessly. He settled in the land of Nod, east of Eden, and there he and his wife had a son named Enoch. And this is where things get really interesting. Cain built a city, the very first city mentioned in the Bible, and named it after his son, Enoch. Think about that for a second. The first city, a symbol of human community, progress, and civilization, was founded by a murderer. It's a powerful and slightly unsettling image, isn't it? It suggests that from the very beginning, human society has been a mixed bag, a blend of incredible creativity and deep-seated brokenness. This wasn't just a collection of tents. It was a structured community, a place of permanence and protection, a testament to human ingenuity. From this city of Enoch, a lineage begins to unfold, and it reads like a who's who of early civilization's pioneers. Cain's descendants were not idle people. They were builders, innovators, and artists. We meet Jabal, who is described as the father of those who live in tents and raise livestock. He was the original Melmad, the first great rancher, mastering animal husbandry and creating a mobile way of life. This was a massive leap forward, allowing people to manage resources and spread out across the land. Then there's his brother, Jubal. The Bible calls him the father of all who play the harp and flute. Can you imagine a world without music? Jubal was the first musician, the one who brought melody and harmony into human existence. He introduced the arts, a way for people to express joy, sorrow, and everything in between. He gave humanity a voice beyond simple words. Think of the cultural impact. From campfire songs to grand symphonies, it all traces back to this one man in Cain's line. And the innovation doesn't stop there. We meet Tubal-Cain, a forger of all kinds of tools out of bronze and iron. This is a game changer. We're talking about the dawn of the Bronze Age and the Iron Age, all wrapped up in one person. Tubal-Cain was the first blacksmith, the original technologist. His work in metallurgy would have revolutionized everything from farming with stronger plows to building more sophisticated structures, and yes, to crafting more effective weapons. His sister, Nama, is also mentioned, though her specific contribution isn't detailed. The fact she is named at all is significant, suggesting she was a person of importance and influence in her own right. So, on one hand, Cain's lineage is incredible. They're building cities, domesticating animals, creating music, and mastering technology. They are the picture of human progress and achievement. It's easy to look at this and be impressed, but the story has a shadow hanging over it. While civilization was advancing, so was the sin that started with Cain. The drive and ambition that led to these great innovations also fueled pride, arrogance, and violence. This dark side comes to a head with a man named Lamech, a descendant of Cain. Lamech is a truly chilling figure. First, he breaks the pattern of monogamy established by God with Adam and Eve by taking to wives Ada and Zillah. This was a direct defiance of God's original design for family, but it gets worse. Lamech composes a song, a boastful, arrogant poem to his wives. It's often called the Song of the Sword. In this song, he brags, "I have killed a man for wounding me, a young man for injuring me." He's not remorseful like Cain was, who feared retribution. Lamech is proud of his violence. He's flaunting it. Then he makes a terrifying declaration. He says, if Cain is avenged 7 times, then Lamech 77 times. He's essentially saying, you think God's protection of Cain was something. My own vengeance will be 10 times greater. Don't even think about crossing me. This is the spirit of Cain, not just repeated, but amplified. The sin has spiraled. It's no longer just a single act of jealous rage committed in a field. Now, it's a boastful, systemic violence celebrated in song. Lamech represents a culture where human strength and personal honor, defended by brutal force, have replaced any reliance on or fear of God. The civilization Cain's line built, for all its artistic and technological marvels, was becoming a society saturated with pride and bloodshed. It's a stark warning that progress without godliness can lead to a more sophisticated, but ultimately more dangerous, form of corruption. It's a bleak picture, isn't it? A world rapidly advancing in skill but descending into moral chaos? You might be wondering, is this it? Is this all humanity has become? But the story doesn't end there. Just when it seems like the line of Cain is the only story being told, the Bible pivots. It returns to Adam and Eve. After the tragedy of Abel's death, God gives them another son. Eve says, "God has granted me another child in place of Abel, since Cain killed him." They name him Seth, which means appointed or placed. Seth is not a replacement in the sense of being a second-best option. He is God's appointed continuation of the promised line, the one through whom the seed of the woman, promised back in Eden, would eventually come. This is the turning point. The narrative shifts its focus from the line of Cain, the line of human achievement steeped in rebellion, to the line of Seth, the line of hope and redemption. And Seth has a son, and his name is Enosh. And with the birth of Enosh, we get one of the most beautiful and hopeful sentences in all of Genesis. At that time, people began to call on the name of the Lord. Stop and feel the weight of that. In the midst of a world dominated by Lamech's arrogant song of the sword, a different sound begins to rise. It's not the clang of a blacksmith's hammer or the boast of a violent man. It's the sound of prayer. It's the sound of humility. It's the sound of people acknowledging their need for God. While one part of humanity was building a world centered on its own strength and glory, another part was turning its face back toward heaven. They were calling on the name of Yahweh, seeking relationship, dependence, and worship. This is the birth of public worship, a community of faith standing in stark contrast to the city of Cain. So we're left with two legacies, two paths diverging. The path of Cain, marked by human-centered progress, cultural achievement, and escalating sin. And the path of Seth, marked by humility, faith, and the simple, profound act of calling on the name of the Lord. It's a choice that has echoed through every generation since. Will we build our lives and our societies on our own strength and for our own glory, or will we build them on the foundation of seeking and calling on the name of God? This ancient story sets the stage for the rest of the biblical narrative, a constant interplay between these two ways of being human. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive. If you found this exploration of Cain and Seth's legacies meaningful, please give this video a like and subscribe to the channel for more content that uncovers the powerful stories of our past. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. See you next time.